Good morning and welcome back. So today we are working on Ramla, and I ordered a audio control kit for the steering wheel because my truck is an SLT and it doesn't have the controls behind the steering wheel. So I ordered the kit and the kit's here, and here's what we're going to be putting on. So this is the new part that goes behind the steering wheel, and it's got the holes here for the buttons. And it comes with a new wiring harness for everything. So the wiring harness in there now I'm not going to be using because this takes up the wiring harness. And then these are the buttons. So here's what my steering wheel looks like now. It doesn't have the buttons, and for having a new stereo I would like to have new buttons on the back so I can kind of control the volume and stuff like that, so I don't have to go over and see where the volume control is. So that's what we are doing today. I'm going to go ahead and the lighting. I'm going to go ahead and get some tools gathered up. I'm going to take the negative battery terminals off the battery because I got to pull the airbag and I don't want it blowing up. So let me get my tools and I'll bring you guys. Okay, I went ahead and grabbed a few things here. So this is a T20. There's going to be a screw here, here, and here. So I'm going to be taking those out here, and so when I get that done, I'll bring you guys back. Okay, I got the three screws out. That's going to be these here, and this one here. This one goes on the bottom, like right here. So after those are done, now what we're going to do, we're going to try and pop these out of here. Just separate that. Let me, okay, we're not taking this off. We're going to leave that on there. We just took the top off here so we can get in behind the steering wheel here, because I think there's 3 hoops. I think that's what they're called, that hold the airbag on. So what we need to do is we need to put a pry bar up. Can't really, it's hard to film. Up here and pry up on it, and this should come free. So let me go get a pry bar and some tools and see what we can do. Okay, I went ahead and I took the negative off of this battery, and I went over to the other side and took the negative off of it too, so I can get the airbag off without having it explode. Okay, I hope someone else has a better way of doing this, but I was trying to get the airbag off and it's probably taken me a good 45 minutes. I finally got it. I'm going to show you guys what I had to do to get it off, because it's a pain, but it's almost easier to take the whole steering column out to get it off and to be able to pull the airbag off. But here's what I had to do. Hopefully you guys can see it. So I got my phone up here. So what I had to do is I had to put it in camera, or like a backwards mode. So I'm gonna try and show you guys. So I was trying to shine the flashlight back behind this steering wheel, and so there's a hole back there, and it's got these little round hooks. You have to, it's kind of hard to explain, but you have to put a screwdriver up there and pop the loop out. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So these loops right here, so you put a screwdriver in the back and you have to pry these up off of these. Let me see if I can get a flashlight in there. Hang on, I'm just trying to show you guys here what I'm talking about. So these hoops right here, there's a little notch, and these little loops, they fit on the inside of these notches here to hold the airbag on. So you have to get a screwdriver in the back, turn the wheel, and then pry them up and pop them out. Really pain in the butt. So I finally got it off, and I'm gonna go ahead and undo the airbag, and I'm gonna take the steering wheel off, and I'll show you guys that. Alright, so when you want to take the airbag off, there's these little clips here on the side. Just grab a hold of them and pull them up out of there, out of the hole, just like that. And we'll get this moved. Nope, we got that little Christmas tree looking thing there we gotta get off there. Alright, this can be out of the way. Okay, so now I don't have a steering wheel puller, so I'm gonna see, get this back in the middle here, and so I just want to make sure my steering wheel is pretty straight. So when I put it back on, it'll be straight. But I'm gonna try and set you guys down here and see if I can use my hand to maybe break it free. So I don't know if this will work or not, but most likely I'm gonna have to get a puller. So yeah, because looks like there's a bunch of, ah, dang it. Looks like there's a bunch of plastic in there. So I'm gonna go get a steering wheel puller, and I'll be back. All right, I had to go buy a steering wheel puller because the steering wheel puller I have, it's not really a steering wheel puller, it's more like a gear puller. So I had to go get this kit here, and was able to pop the steering wheel off. So when you pop it off, you just got to make sure the wires are not hung up. Let's see. Should be about it. So that's unplugged from there. So I should be able to just pop this off. There you go. And then just make sure you don't. Dang it! I'm trying to film here and trying to make sure that these wires here. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, there, that's off. I'll get rid of this for a second here. Bring it over here, set it down here, and let me get that taken out, and then we'll start putting the new stuff on. Okay, I got the puller off. So next thing we're going to do is there's two T25 screws here, and then there's two Phillips there. Once we get those off, we'll flip it over, and we should be able to split these two pieces together. So split them apart, and then on the back here there's a couple more we got to take off. So I'll take those off, and we'll see what's next. Okay, so once you split these apart, the next thing I do is there's a wire right there, this connector right there you got to unplug, and then you got to unplug the steering, the controls. So that's one of them, and then I think there's another one over here. Yeah, there's one more, that little one right there you got to unplug. All right, so you have to unplug the horns, which right at the bottom here, there's going to be a connector. You just pull the connector up, and there's going to be a plug right down in here that you have to unplug, and then you can just start taking the black piece off the back. Alright, once you get all the wire unhooked from these little things here, to keep the wire in, make sure that when you put the new stuff on that it's in the same spot. So I'm going to it's zip tied right here, so I'm going to go get my cutters, and I'll cut that, and I'll get another zip tie. That way I can make sure that this white plug here is going to be in the middle, because that plugs into your clock spring. So let me do that real quick. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our buttons in these holes. So these buttons only go in one way. So this one here has got a little U shape taken out of there, and right here, it's kind of hard to see, but right there is got a spot that's sticking out, and the other one doesn't. So when you go to put them in, they only go in one way. The other one, let me go see where that one went to. Okay, so they snap in from the back. So this one here has got a little thing there. This has a little U shape, so when you put them in like they're supposed to, they should just snap in here. Yep, just like that. So that one's where it needs to be, and then we'll put this one in here. God dang it. Trying to find the, there it is. Really hard to do with one hand here. Okay, perfect, just like that. And that way the wires are sticking out. So now what we'll do is we'll flip it back here, and I'll start putting those wires where they need to go, and we'll see what happens. Alright, once you got the back on and the wires, there's little clips for the wires. Just kind of put them back. I know it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, just kind of put them back in their clips, and that way they'll be all secured and they won't get pinched. Just watch out for the wires when you go to screw the plastic back on, because you don't want the wire to be in the middle of the screw hole, and then you'll pinch the wire. Alright, well, once you're all done, you can install the T20s or the T25s, and then the Phillips will go down here, and then when you flip it over, you have a 25 here, T25 there, and then you got 2 Phillips here, and then that's it. So yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and try to put it back in, and I'll hook the airbag back up. I'll turn the batteries back on, and we'll see if it works before I press the airbag back in there, because it's a pain to get out. Alright, so after I got the steering wheel put on, I put the airbag on. I didn't click it in because I wanted to make sure that the radio works. So I tested it. All the knobs on both sides work perfect. The right side was for volume, and then the left side's for like channel changing, whatever, and then it's got middle buttons that do different things. So yeah, that's I'm glad that started working. So yeah, that's it for this. I do have some more parts coming for the truck. It's going to be a coolant bypass for the coolant for number 5 and number 6. I was doing some research and found out that number 5 and number 6 get hot. Something to do with the coolant not cooling it, I guess. I don't know. I was just doing some research on it, and so that's it. I'll be getting the parts here pretty soon, and when I do, I'll be making a video of it and showing you guys how to put it on. I'm sure there's videos out there, but I'll do what I can. So, well, anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys when those parts come in.